Hey, everybody. How's it going? Hello, Missy, Uncle Junior, and Justin. How are you guys doing? And bear with me if I am sneezing or runny nose or my eyes watering. Just I've been doing it for like 2 weeks now. Oh, shit. Yeah, I know it was the NX03ZE, but then after the question mark after that, that's not necessary. Hey, Sue. Hey, Julie. Julie, I was just thinking about you yesterday, and I was going to text you. Me and Terry. She said she was going to talk to you and Rita because maybe the three of you would come up here for a weekend. So I told her to talk to y'all, and she just said that she has to get money for gas. How you doing, Sue? I hear music playing. It's got to be coming from my brother's room. I don't know because there's nothing else on. So how's everybody in? Can y'all hear me all right? I got mine. My roof is like a month old now. My roof. I put my roof on 2 weeks. 2 weeks before I got hit with the storm. Right. So how long has it been since I got hit by that damn storm? Let's see. It was August 31st we got hit. So I had it done in the second week of August, and I should have waited that damn 2 weeks, and I would have got a free roof. I didn't foresee the storm coming. So damn it. But yeah, I feel so good. My roof held up wonderful during the storm. Everything else damaged except that. My roof is fantastic. Oh, I'm not sure how many pieces they had to put. We did the whole peel off, and then they fixed everything that needed to be fixed, and they redid. I have a whole new, brand new, where they hide the where you can't see the screws. Anyway, standing seam or something it's called. I did the thicker metal with the standing seams, where you can't see the screws at all. So it looks fantastic. It's like that light. It's almost like this color green. Oh, I don't know if y'all can see it. It's like a really pale color green is the roof. And then the edge of it is tan. So it's green and tan as my roof color. I almost got burgundy, but I didn't want to be the only one in my county with a fucking purple roof. So I'm like, nah, I better not. So, well, anyway, tonight we are doing some life hacks. And hopefully some of these, I mean, I'm sure there's some of them that you've heard of before, but hopefully it just makes your life easier. There's some of them that you can understand how I'm explaining it to you, but some of them that kind of don't make sense. So I have pictures too. So we will get started on some life hacks here. So let's see here. Get my shit straight. So you could be sitting in your room and say your room smells bad. Put a dryer sheet over where the air comes out, whether it be a wall unit or out of a vent out of the ceiling or the floor. Put a dryer sheet over it and it will blow the dryer sheet smell through there and make your room smell better. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of these. Let me know you've heard of them, because there's a bunch of these that I didn't hear of. Now, see, now where am I? Here we go. Move it over a little bit. Okay, so now if you need, say you have a big container, but it doesn't fit in your sink and it's like way too big. Like some people use those big mop things. You know what I mean? The mop buckets. But you can't put it into the sink. Now there's two things that you can do to get the water, well, other than fill up something and dump it, which is what we would think of to do, right? You fill up a smaller one and then keep dumping it in until you get as much water as you need. This way, if you get a pool noodle and just stick around where the water comes out and it'll run right into the bucket. You can use a damn pool noodle. I wouldn't have thought of that. I would not have thought about a pool noodle. So if you get a pool noodle, or if you get a dustpan, you put where, you know, the flat part up under where the water flows into it, and then have the handle flowing outside going into the bucket. And the handle makes like it'll pour right through there. If that makes sense. I wouldn't have thought of either one of them. But the pool noodle makes the most. I think that would make the least mess. Because even with the dustpan, you'd have to have good aim or make sure that thing is right under where that water's coming out, or it's going to splash everywhere. Okay, this one I have a picture of. Let me go over here. Now, you know how when you're cooking and you use a cookbook and you lay the cookbook down and then you have to walk away from the cookbook and you do all this and blah, blah, blah. And then you need the cookbook and you can be standing there stirring, but you got to walk back over to the cookbook. This is a quick and easy way for your cookbook use a pants hanger to hang up your fucking cookbook so you can sit there and read the thing in front of you while you're standing at the stove. I would never have thought of that. I think that is the greatest idea. I would have never thought of using a fucking hanger. I think it's awesome. Now, have y'all seen that before? Have you really? Baking soda and white vinegar will take out pet smell on your floor, but you need to let it sit for a few. Okay. I was told to use, I wrote it down. Hold on. One cup of water with 4 tablespoons of borax. And to spray it and let sit 30 minutes and sop it up. And I was told you will never smell there was a pet in there. The stain will be gone, everything. Just buy a pair. Just buy the next time you buy something like a shirt or just pants that have the double holders, just like hang it in your laundry room or something. So that way you'll have it. So if you need to hang up a cookbook or something like that, you'll have it in there and it's out of your way. I think it's, I have to, there's some things, most of everything I cook, I have to use a cookbook. There's a few things that I make now, I don't need the cookbook anymore, but anything I make now, I've originally gotten out of a cookbook other than like the tacos or the chili. You use your on your cat, okay. Baking soda in the pan when hard. Oh, yes, I think I have that one in here. About the baking soda for the hard-boiled eggs. And I never tried it. I've never tried it. So next time I boil some eggs, I wonder if I even have any baking soda. I'll have to look in there and see if I have any. Yeah, but you were trying to be funny, but seriously, that's what the picture was. There was a hanger and it hugged the two hooks, and you just open the book and hook the thing into the hanger. I'm telling you, try it. Oh, you do the thing in the egg. Okay. I don't boil eggs enough. I guess I love hard-boiled eggs, though. Okay. Okay, so if you don't have a speaker, like for your cell phone, this is a quick and easy free way. You go in and get the middle cardboard thing of your TP and cut a slit in it. And then you can take just some like pins or something and put in the bottom for it to sit up. But if you put the bottom of your phone where the noise comes out of the phone into the round telephone thing, I mean, to the TP. Okay. If you put the phone sitting in the TP holder, it makes like a speaker. And I have a picture of that. Let me get over here. Okay. You see what I'm saying? So you cut a slit in the TP cardboard and it makes like a speaker. And you just use like little pins or something on the bottom to, to balance it so it won't fall over. I haven't tried it, but it's genius if it works. Like, who would have thought, who thumped this up? You know what I mean? Like, really? The ideas, I guess that's why they call them life hacks, because smart people really actually thought this shit up. And if it works, it works. But it makes me want to try it. Like next time now that we're getting closer to fire pit weather, I start saving all of like my paper towel rolls and my TP, rolls and the lint out of the dryer and dryer sheets and all that. And I put them into a bag. So it helps me get my fire pit started quicker. So every time when I know the winter's coming, I always start collecting, the laundry stuff and keep it in a bag. So I might have like a spare TP thing. So I might have to try it sometime just to see if it works. Because I think there's a show, isn't there, that they take life hacks that they see from people and then they try to debunk them to see if they work or not. That could be an interesting podcast, but how would I do that? How would I go about debunking? Like, I don't want to sit here and be like, okay, now I need this and let's do this and cut this. And I don't want, I'm like sitting here doing all that in front of everybody. I don't know. I'd have to, let me think about that. That's a cool idea, though. Hi, Sandy. All right. If you want to make a drink that's room temperature or hot, cold really fast, other than putting it in the freezer. If you take a paper towel and make it sopping wet, take it, don't wring it out, just take it wet and wrap around the drink and put that in the freezer, and that will work twice. That will make it cold twice as fast. Just a sopping wet paper towel wrapped around the drink and put it in the freezer. And it makes sense, but I haven't tried it. So has anybody ever tried that before? I wouldn't have thought of it. I've never, I'm 52 and I've never thought of any of these. Okay. This is actually a really good idea, and it's something that I might actually do. So I've got a picture of this too. All right. So, inside of your closet where you can hang it up or put it over your door, but it's a clear thing that you put on the door, and it has all the different sections for your shoes. Well, yeah, don't leave it in there. That you only have to leave it in there about 15 minutes, Uncle Junior, and it says it's supposed to be cold enough. And that depends on what you put in there. I mean, if you put like a soda, just make sure you remember to get it out in like 15 minutes. Poor man's manicotti. Use cheese stick and ricotta. Put it in a manicotti shell uncooked and pour sauce over it and bake it. No, I've never heard of that. A cheese stick. Are the ricotta? Hold on, I'm trying to put this. Cheese stick and ricotta. Put it in is the manicotti shell big? Like you could fit a cheese stick and in there? Okay. I would try it. Have you? I haven't seen that on TikTok, no. But I do like that. I love that. I would absolutely try that. Have you tried it already? How's it taste? Is it tasty? Okay, so what I was saying is, okay, so they're big sheets of plastic, and they have all these little sections, and they're for your shoes. They're shoe holders, and there's like pockets. There's like 4 or 5 pockets across one row, and then there's like 5 rows down. So you know what I'm saying? Put your cleaning supplies in there. Windex, and you could put all your cleaning supplies and all that and hang it in your pantry or something. And that's all that room out is all your cleaning supplies are all there together, hanging on the door. I do like pasta. Listen, I can't eat pasta every day. It's fattening as shit. I love pasta, but I don't want to eat it all the time. But hold on, I have a picture of that. Boop. See what I'm talking about? Look at that shit. Most of my cleaning supplies are underneath my sink. Just imagine getting all that out from underneath your sink, and you have all that room. And now this, you can hang on the inside of the door of your pantry or your laundry room or wherever. And that just opens up a lot more room as far as I'm concerned. I'm actually thinking of doing it. I think it's a great idea. Have y'all heard that before? That one? Because I actually think I might do it. I just got to order one of those shoe things. I think it's a great idea because I think it's one of those that you hang over the door. Fast dinner, fry up turkey meat, which is what I use. Add to taste steak sauce and frozen vegetables. Put on top rice or mashed potatoes. Okay. Sue, what you should do is on Facebook or wherever is you need to go ahead and just send me these recipes because I'll try them. Hey, Mountain Central Elevators, how are you? Oh, is it cold up there? It's still in the fucking 80s down here. So I want to trade. Let's trade because I'm tired of the hot weather. I'm tired of walking outside and sweating. It was so hot. It was 82 degrees today. It's only getting down into like the high mid 60s at night now. We had 2 nights of 40-degree weather so far, and that's it. I'm over it. Oh, oof. Yeah, I moved out to the country where I don't get a lot of traffic. We don't get a lot of traffic where I'm at. Where I'm at, you can drive down the road and you'll see horses riding on the side of the road all the time. I'm like in the middle of fucking nowhere in the country. But it's so pretty here. It is cooling off. It's not 100-degree weather and it's not 80 at night. It's getting into the 60s at night and it's getting to low 80s during the day. But come on, let's get to where it's like 55 during the day and in the 30s at night and just fucking stay just like that forever. That's just stay like that. We're forever. No. Yep, I'm in BFE. Yep. I'm in all agricultural area. You drive down the road and you'll see people on their horses, or there's one guy you'll actually see riding his donkey. People just ride their horses all over around down here. But if I want to go anywhere, like to a big town or like Gainesville or Valdosta or Jacksonville, I'm an hour drive in any direction. I'm an hour drive to get to a bigger town. And then I've got all my shopping or a mall or none of that's here. I don't have any of that here. Okay, anyway, off topic. So I think I would like to try that with cleaning supplies. Okay, so if you guys are wine drinkers, I am on occasion. Usually, if I start with a glass of wine at dinner, I'm going to drink the whole glass. I'm going to drink the whole bottle because I can just one bottle of wine is 3 glasses. Oh, see, I do not have an HOA. I do what I want when I want, and I will never live in another HOA. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Okay, so if you're a wine drinker and you like to chill your wine, but you don't want to put the ice in it because you don't drink it fast, and then the ice is going to melt and water it down. Put frozen grapes. Don't matter what color, whatever your favorite grapes are. Some are black, some are red, some are green. My favorite, I love the black or the red grapes, seedless. I do like green grapes too, don't get me wrong, but those are just a little more tart. But it won't water your drink down, and then once it chills off your wine, and then you can eat them. So I thought that was a good idea because I have tried to chill down my wine with ice and it waters it and it doesn't taste good anymore. Yeah. I had never heard of that with the grapes when until I wrote this. I'm like, what a good idea. But like through dinner, they might have poured it chilled, but it's going to not be chilled anymore by the time it gets to the table and you're having it with dinner and you're eating your food and you're taking a sip and then it's not even chilled anymore. Laws. What part of Florida though are you going to? I'm in the very north part of Florida. Like I'm 10 miles from Georgia line. They do that with the grapes. See, I've never heard of that. And I thought it was a great idea. And I usually always have grapes. I can just throw some. If I know I'm going to drink wine that night, I'll just put a bunch of fucking grapes in the damn freezer. So I think it's a great idea. But you know what? They make those ice things now that you can just throw in the freezer and they're round little balls, but they have the water in them and you just freeze them and you could drop those in there and they melt, but they're not going to water down your drink. It's just like the frozen plastic things with the water in them. Really? I don't see now, like when I drink champagne, for instance, I will sit there and in one night, I can drink 3 bottles of champagne by myself and I just giggle and giggle and giggle. I freaking love champagne. And I love to put strawberries in my champagne. And that's not even for like a frozen thing. That's just, I want for a strawberry because the strawberries taste so good with champagne. So do blueberries. So does watermelon. Anyway, I'm not drinking champagne tonight. This is just as tasty though. Ooh. Moving on. Okay, so you have those box full of cords that get all tangled and you forget what the cords are for and what this one goes to. Now, the same thing with the phone speaker. You can use a TP roll, right? Get a TP roll, fold up one cord, put it inside the TP roll. Then you can write on the roll what the wire's for. And it'll keep it from getting tangled with all the other ones. I thought that was a great idea. I would have never thought of that. Or they have the bullet things you freeze and put in your drink. The bullet things. What's a bullet? Oh, I have seen those. Yes. You just freeze, put them in the freezer, and then you just put them in there, but they look like I think you can get them in whatever kind of bullets you want. I think that's a cute idea too. Here's another one with the TP roll. See, there's a lot of uses for this TP roll. Wrapping paper, it unrolls itself and then it rips and tears. And then if you take a TP cardboard roll and just cut a line and put it around your wrapping paper and it'll hold it closed. Oh, your son has those. I just now seen advertised for them and I thought they were cute. Oh, you heard that one? I never heard any of these with the toilet paper rolls. Never heard of any of them. So if you like iced coffee, but you don't want it to get watered down. Okay, all you got to do is make a pot of coffee and pour it in your ice cube trays. You're freezing coffee ice cubes. So instead, why don't you take the coffee ice cubes and pour the and you're using coffee ice cubes for your iced coffee, and it doesn't get watered down. Rubber band. Well, yeah, that's true. Oh, Uncle, are you giving me a hint of something you want for Christmas? Now, I thought that was a good idea, was to make the coffee ice cubes. I think that's a great idea. The only problem is if you have the iced coffee, this is my way of thinking, because I like my coffee light and sweet. I like it sweet. Okay. Once the coffee starts melting, it's going to ruin my coffee ratio to my sweetness, if that makes sense, because now it's going to be more coffee than it is my sweetener, unless you just drink it that fast. Just got to drink it fast before the shit melts and ruins your sweet ratio. And Uncle Junior, what am I going to get if I get you something for Christmas? You live in Arkansas. Let me tell you something. Annie is making the fuck out for this Christmas. I've already done all of her Christmas, and her box is huge. I've got her some awesome shit for Christmas. She is going to be so happy. I'm excited to give it to her. She's making out this Christmas. I love it when I can start my Christmas shopping early and get it done. Now she's done. She is completely done. Completely done. See, now I don't use sugar in coffee because I use my creamer, and the creamer is usually pretty sweet, so I don't need sugar because I use, the flavored creamers. Oh. We got another perv. Perv, go to somebody's page that appreciates pervs. We're way too classy for you. But if you're pouring coffee into an ice cube tray, how do you know how much sugar to use? I guess you just sweeten the seems like an awful lot of work. I don't have kids to buy for, though, Sue. I have no kids to buy for. And most of my adults that are around me are like big fucking kids anyway. So me and Annie are like two big fucking babies, okay? We're a fucking slobbering mess when we're together, because all we do is fucking die laughing until we drool and fart and burp. And we're like fucking babies. We're adult babies. What do I want? I collect coffee cups. I collect candles or wax melts, anything like that. And crystals. I've started my anything with, this is my chakra thing here. Anything with chakras and crystals and candles, melts, coffee cups. See, if I had an old man, I'd just say dick, but I don't, so I can't say that. All right, moving on. I'm sure most of the men have probably heard this one before, and I didn't think about this, and this one makes me feel kind of stupid. I think I actually have a picture of this one too. Oh, I think I actually had, hold on a minute. No, no. Okay. No, I've only got 3 more pictures. So this one, when you're painting and you take a big thick rubber band and you wrap it around the paint can. So then when you're dipping your paintbrush in it, you can use the rubber band to wipe it, and then you don't have to get the paint on the edges of the top of the can. So when you put the lid back on it, it kind of runs over and the paint runs down the sides and shit. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would have never thought of it. It's a great idea. Have y'all thought of that one before? Ooh. I've never tried it. I've never heard of that. I would not have thought of it. I as much as I've painted, and it was that simple, but I use the edges, or I try to pour it into the other thing, and I'm covered with it, and I'm dripping it, and I'm covered in paint, or I accidentally. I'm a mess. I'm a mess when I'm trying to paint. And I'm kidding, Uncle Junior. You didn't have to get me anything for Christmas. I was just messing with your ass. Well, that's what life hacks are. They're supposed to be like lifesavers. And I just thought some of these are great ideas. Like, it's like you have to stop and think, why didn't I think of something like that? Why wouldn't I have thought of a simple trick like a rubber band around a paint can so you don't get paint running down the edges all the time? It makes me feel stupid that as much as I've painted, that I've never thought of something like that. So some of these make me feel kind of stupid that I ain't never thought of it because they're so simple. Huh. Oh, now this one I've done, and I always do, and I've known this for a couple years. Anything you have on the stove, and if it can boil over, all you got to do is take a wooden spoon and lay across the top of it. It will not boil over. The wooden spoon will cause it to stop at a certain height, and it will not boil over if you lay a wooden spoon over the top and just lay it up there. Rice, eggs, anything, but it'll boil over. You know what I'm talking about? Wooden spoon over the top, it won't boil over. It's crazy how the wooden spoon stops it from doing that. And I've done that for a long ass time because I remember years ago when I first heard about it, I was like, oh shit. And I've done it ever since. So this one I actually knew. This one I actually do all the time. Usually if I'm cooking rice or pasta and you have to boil it and it'll boil over. Usually with those is when I use it. Okay. It doesn't matter how much water's in the pot. If you lay the wooden spoon across the top and just lay it on cross there, it's not going to boil over. Now, if you fill it to the freaking rim with when it boils, it's going to boil over. But I mean, who the fuck does that? Who fills a pot to the rim before you fucking try to boil it? I don't know if your Wi-Fi is glitching. Am I glitching? I don't think so. Okay. You know how with your ear pods, I guess you have a right and a left in your ear pods? I don't use ear pods for the most part. Anyway, I guess with your ear pods, if you have those little ear pods that hook into your phone or whatever, one's your left and one's your right, but always you don't know which one is which. and you want to, you try to keep them going in the same place. Anyway, all you got to do is take it and tie a little knot in on the left side, say, and that way you know that, oh, I feel the knot. This one goes to the left. Wouldn't have thought of that either. Oh, I don't know. I mean, my Wi-Fi is working. I'm on it. I don't know. Maybe it's the YouTube. I don't know. But yeah, but that is a smart idea. All you got to do is just a little teeny weeny little knot up right under, where the wire starts. And you feel them and go, oh, this one goes to the left and it has the little knot there. That way you don't even have to look at them. Oh, you can feel it and that one goes there. Okay. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Say you buy a pair of scissors and it's in those plastic containers that you can't get into. Like you're buying the scissors to get into it, but you can't fucking get into it without the pair of scissors. Like it's crazy. You either have to cut it or anyway, if you use a can opener on the edge, it'll go right through it and open it right up. Well, you don't tie it tight. Just tie it in a little tiny knot so you can feel it and it's still loose so it's not pulling. It's just a little tiny because those things are so small anyway. So, yeah. So, yeah, you wouldn't tie it that tight to even worry about breaking the wire. So y'all know the plastic packages I'm talking about where you just can't get in them. If you take a can opener and put on the edge and just roll it, turn it, it'll roll it right through and open it for you. Did not know that and then I'm like, well, shit, I'm going to try that next time I get one of those. Mm-hmm. Okay, here's another one I got a picture of. All right, how many of you guys are the type that you're going to try to carry in as many grocery bags at one time as you can because you don't want to make a second trip? What do you mean I've done this? Yep, okay. I don't have ear pods. I haven't tied the knot in the one side. So, but I am one of those that try to carry in as many grocery bags as you can because I'm like, fuck, I got steps to go up and I don't want to come up them again. And let's just try to get as many in as one time. Hopefully I can get them all in one try. Yeah, okay. Okay. Now, it took me a long time to realize. Do y'all know what a carabiner clip is? A carabiner clip is somebody who climbs. They're climbers, and they're like a odd shaped clip with the thing that opens. That clip. I have a picture. Anyway, I'm telling you, hook as many bags in the clip and just use the clips as handles. You're welcome. Hold on, I got a picture. Look at that. Look at that. Look how many bags you can carry on one side on a carabiner clip. And because the more bags you carry and it's like digging into your fingers and you're like, ow, it's cutting the circulation of my fingers. Shit, I got to move it a little bit. One clip. One clip. Mm-hmm. I thought that would, I don't know why. See, this is one of the other ones that makes me feel stupid. You can get a carabiner clip of any size. You can get them of bigger sizes, little sizes. You know, most people want the big sizes because size matters. I don't care who you are. Size matters. And if a girl says the size don't matter, she's a fucking lie. I'll tell you right now. Anyway, you can buy the decent sized carabiner clips. And you could probably put 10 bags on one clip and you're carrying in 20 bags at a time. I think that's less trips right there. I thought that was a great idea. What do you mean it's yours? It's your Wi-Fi? Is it yours? And again, it depends on the size of what we're talking about for size to really overly matter. But, you know, a girl don't want something if it's overly small, no matter what it is. That's just being honest. I have another picture. I think this is the last picture I have. Okay. You guys know when you buy a loaf of bread, it has those little, hey, Terry, those little plastic square things that are open, you know, that kind of go around and they're all right. If you have a lot of cords again, like we're back to the big box of cords that get tangled up. If you have a box of cords, you can use these little bread clips to go around the cords and you can label them and organize your cords. And that way it'll stop them from getting tangled. So, oops, shit. Hold on. What I click? Hold on. I have a picture. So exactly. You kind of know the bread clips I'm talking about. These are the little plastic bread clips. Y'all can't see the pictures here because you'd have to be in my podcast, but, y'all know what I'm talking about. Those little plastic that are open on one side and they're square, but they're open enough to grab onto the plastic. They're annoying as shit because they end up all over the floor or the dog's going to chew on it. And there's a piece here and a piece there. And anyway, you don't ever want to leave these laying around, especially with the animals that I have. Because my one pig likes to just chew up everything and swallow it. So if you guys like to do that, or even on the back, if you have a lot of cords on the back of your TV and you want to keep it, you can wrap that around the cords and write on the plastic thing what that cord is for. And you can keep them organized that way. I thought that was just another kind of a cool idea. Those things are cheap. You can get them on all your bread. Not those plastic. Well, you know what? You could use those other, you know, that you twist. Could use those too to wrap around. But good night, Sue. Thanks for coming in and playing with us tonight. It depends on whatever bread. Some have the ties that you twist, and then some of them have the plastic thing. It just depends on what comes on the bread. But you could use the twisty ones too to separate the wires, but you just can't write on it. That's the good thing about the plastic ones is you can actually write what the cord is for on that. Because I'll forget what the fucking cord's for. I will forget. I'm a dingbat and everybody knows it and I don't hide it and I admit all my shit. So that's another good idea. It's another good idea. Okay, here's an easy and quick way you can make like an ice pack. You can do it quick if you're traveling. God forbid you need something, a quick ice pack. You don't have ice. You can take a wet sponge, you know, the green on one side and yellow on the other side, you know, just a green or just a plain, just the green sponge. Soak the sponge and put it into a plastic bag and seal it. Put it in the freezer. Use it. If you need a quick and easy ice pack, use it. And when it melts, it's not leaking all over you. It's sealed. All you got to do is throw it back in the freezer. You're refreezing the same water. If you have any type of wood surface, a desk, a chair, anything like that, apparently it doesn't even matter the color of the wood. Some could be regular color, some could be stained, anything like that. Some could be painted. Well, you really don't want to do it over painted. You'd want to, anyway, you take a walnut or an almond and rub on the damaged wood part, and it's supposed to cover up your dings. This fucking walnut or an almond, the inside. If you rub the nut, if you rub your nut right on the wood, it's supposed to cover it up. I didn't know that. Did y'all know that? I didn't. But it makes me want to try some. I don't eat walnuts. You've heard that about the walnut? See, my mom said she knew that about the walnuts. But I've never tried it. And it makes me want to, but I don't eat walnuts. So I don't have walnuts in my house. Now I do eat almonds, but I don't think I have any. But I do not. Bagged frozen peas and corn. Yeah, I know the peas and the corn, and I know. I'm just saying, this is something like if you don't have the vegetables or meat or whatever, you can always just make a quick and easy thing and throw it in the freezer. Like if you're going camping or anything like that, you might need ice packs and just throw one in the freezer. Okay, so if you have, say you get off work and you stop and you pick up a pizza for everybody. All you got, if you put it on your passenger seat, turn the seat warmer on and keep it warm, so it's not cold by the time you get home. I would not have thought of that. As simple as a button pushing, I would not have gone, let me turn the seat warmer on to keep that bitch warm over there. Have y'all thought of that? Because I have not. Well, my vehicle doesn't have seat warmers. Seat warmers came out after my truck was made already. I've got a 2014 F-150, and they don't have seat warmers yet. So I don't have a seat warmer. But if I did, I still probably wouldn't have thought about it. I don't know. Would y'all have thought about it? Yeah, I don't have seat warmers either. Okay, here's another thing. Okay, you know how, like, say you're the big tall garbage can you have in your kitchen, or you might have a bigger garbage can in your bathroom, and you open the bag and you shake the bag out and you put the bag in the thing and you do it, and when you put something in it, the air underneath it blocks it and pulls the bag up and the bag comes off the side. Well, my truck doesn't have it, Justin. They don't have seat warmers. I'm sorry about the Wi-Fi, Sandy, but I'm glad you came in and joined us. I'm sorry your Wi-Fi is doing that. Listen, if my Wi-Fi was messed up, it would bump me offline. It wouldn't even let me be on. It would completely bump me offline, because once my Wi-Fi is done, it boots me off everything. You're the seat warmer. Terry, I know you well enough to know that I wouldn't want you to heat my pizza. That's all I can say. I would not want you to keep my pizza warm for me. Okay. Anyway, what I'm talking about in these big trash cans. Y'all know what I'm talking about with the trash cans? When you put the bag in and then the air in there. and it like the bag flops out or it flops in or whatever way. Okay. If you take a little drill and you drill a little hole on either side of your garbage can just for air, your bags will no longer do that because the air has a place to escape. I wouldn't have thought of that. But yep, apparently you just drill one hole and one hole on either side of the bottom of the garbage pail. And the air won't be getting caught under your bags anymore. Have y'all heard of that one? I hadn't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The kitchen one does it the most. Because all my other ones, like this one right here, it's very small. It's a little one, you know, with my little purple garbage bags. This is just so little. So these don't do it. No, but the big garbage cans, like in your kitchen, the tall kitchen ones, they always, you put something in it and the bag blows up off the side and falls in. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. So if you have bananas, if you take some plastic wrap and wrap around the stems of the bananas, they will last up to 4 to 5 days longer. And then you just cut them off as you want the banana. Just cut it off and eat it that way. But apparently it makes it last longer because it's not much air is getting to the stem. Or have y'all heard that one before? I haven't heard a lot of these. This is the one where she was talking about if you put a half teaspoon of baking soda in the water when you're boiling your eggs, the shells just fall right off. And I haven't tried it, but I'm going to. It's just a half a teaspoon of baking soda. I'm not sure if I have baking soda in there. I probably do. But I'm going to try it next time I boil some eggs. And see if that's a true story. Because usually they're not overly hard to peel. But sometimes, you know, you might dig a little deep and you're missing part of the egg, you know, but apparently it's just like barely touch it and it falls right off. Did you know that before you put, I love deviled eggs. Oh my God. I will eat so many deviled eggs until I make myself sick. And then the farts, y'all better not even want to be around me the next day. If I eat a bunch of deviled eggs, everybody just needs to go the fuck home that night because y'all, I'm telling you, you don't want to be around me the day after I eat a shit ton of, no. No. I'm rotten already. That's like, no. Before you turn your dryer on, when you get your clothes from the washer and you put them into the dryer and you put your dryer sheet in there, go get 3 cubes of ice, 3 or 4 cubes of ice, and throw in your dryer. Your clothes will not wrinkle. Ugh. Terry, I could not imagine me, you, Rita, and Annie being together after a deviled egg party. That's a big, fat, stinky no. But I fucking love deviled eggs. I think everybody loves deviled eggs. Man, that's your holiday go-to, isn't it? Who's got deviled eggs? I'm not sure if I've ever had any. I've tried deviled eggs so many different ways. I just love them. I love them. Like there's so many people, they use the paprika on it, and there's some that use the more mustard, and then you use the sweet relish. And, you know, I've had deviled eggs made so many different people's think, but man, there's just some that you're just, oh my God, they're so good. I can't stop shoveling them in my mouth. Yeah, my mom's broccoli salad usually gets me pretty gassy as well. Let me tell you though. I'll tell you a quick story that I didn't realize. When I'm sick, if I take, because there's different kinds of the Alka-Seltzer, and I use those effervescent tablets that you drop in the water, and they, until they dissolve, right? You know what I'm talking about. I just prefer taking it that way. It seems to take effect faster than taking those big old nasty plastic pills that I don't like taking pills anyway. So those big old things, ugh. Anyway, Alka-Seltzer Plus makes me so gassy. It's terrible. It's terrible. There's deep fried deviled eggs? No. Is there really? I've never tried those, and I absolutely would in a second. Absolutely. I would. A deep fried deviled egg. Oh. Hey, Fluffies. Talk about drugs and gas. I didn't think of it that way. I guess all the newbies coming in we're just talking about drugs and gas. Yeah, not that kind of drugs. I've been taking severe cold and flu. So, but we're talking about life hacks. Okay, so we keep getting off topic and talking about deviled eggs and farts, but we'll get back on topic. Okay, so I told you guys to add, just try it and see if you guys like it. Go get like 3 or 4 ice cubes, throw into your dryer, and your clothes will not wrinkle. You're welcome. I've only got a few more. Okay. It's saying that if you have like a scratch on your car, you can use nail polish remover to cover it. Now, it doesn't say if it's with or without acetone. I'm not sure. Oh my God, you're going to send me a video of how to deep fry. Oh my God. I would like that. I'm going to fucking try it. I am absolutely wanting to try that really bad now. So I haven't tried this with the nail polish remover on the car. I am not sure which one to use. It just says nail polish remover. There's nail polish remover with or without acetone. I don't know which one it is. So don't go try it and go, this bitch over here said to do that. I found this online, and I'm not telling y'all to do it. I don't know which one to use. That's why I wanted to bring that up. I'm not sure which one to use to cover up a scratch. Okay. Now, I just said this earlier. You guys have known that I've done this if you hang out with me or if you've been to my house for a fire fucking pit. Keep your dryer lint and dryer sheets for a faster fire starter. I do this. That's what I was talking about a little bit earlier. My winter's coming. In like September, I start saving all of my dryer sheets, all of my dryer lint, any like the toilet paper rolls, when you're done it with the toilet paper roll, keep it, because you can shove the dryer lint in there and it lights your fire pit up like that. It's just, it works. Sharpie or nail polish for a scratch on your car. You would use the non-acetone one. Okay, so non-acetone nail polish remover. Okay, all right. Well, now, like when I laid my floor, because you guys all know that I redid the floor myself, and every once in a while there was pieces of the glue that would, come out. When I was done with the floor, I had to take the nail polish remover with acetone, and it would take the glue off. So any glue that like squirted out of, between the tiles, the non-acetone nail polish remover is what I had to use to get that glue off the floor. Acetone is yes, that is what you use to take off your nail polish and stuff like that in the nail salons. Okay, so I'm actually going to try this, and my neighbor across the street, who is my really good friend, I've asked him, because he does a lot of construction, so I've asked him to please save this for me. Anytime he gets it, sweep it up, keep it for me. If you need to caulk like anything like a wood filler, if you need to caulk like in between pieces of wood, take sawdust and mix with Elmer's glue until it's tacky. And then you can use that as almost like a caulking, C-A-U-L-K, caulking. You can use that as your wood filler, and it can be sanded, it could be stained, it could be painted, everything. It's glue. I mean, it's wood. So I have told him to save me a bunch of his sawdust. And I'm actually going to try it because I have a new deck and I have a couple things that I need to caulk. But I'm going to try it with the sawdust and Elmer's glue, and I'm going to see if it works, because if it does, it's going to dry the same color as the wood and you won't even see it. So I'll keep y'all posted on how that works. All right. Okay. If you have a candle, those tall candles, and you don't have anything long you don't have like one of these, to light a long candle, to get into the long thing, or you only have like a little lighter and you don't have anything long to get in there to light the long ass candle down there. Did you know you could light a piece of spaghetti, dried spaghetti that you have not cooked? Light it, and it's like a match. You light it, and you can reach down and light up your candles with that. Hydrogen peroxide helps remove blood from clothing. Well, thanks for that, a little bit of knowledge. I always need that info. Yeah, Fluffy's is asking, how do you know this, Uncle? Oh. Well, I didn't know that. So thank you for that a little bit, Sometimes, y'all know I do all of my own shit here. I'm out putting fences up. I slice my arms. I get cut. I'm constantly, or I'm cut over here or something, and I'm always bleeding, or I'll use my shirt and I'm trying to, stop the bleed. So that's good to know. That's good to know. Terry has used it. Okay. That's good to know. And spaghetti works as a match. Okay. If you are sitting outside where there's a lot of mosquitoes, if you take a dryer sheet and put it in your pocket of like your jeans or your shirt, like this has little pocket. If you take a dryer sheet and put it in your pocket, it's supposed to help keep these mosquitoes away. Listen, I had to finally put up a screen deck. The mosquitoes are the fucking size of bats here. So you eat the fuck up. I don't care what you have or not have in your pocket. Those mosquitoes are fucking hungry and they're going to bite the shit out of you. So I finally got my screened in deck. Yeah. Have you heard that one? I've never heard that. So y'all try it and please let me know if it works for you. Because I guarantee those mosquitoes are going to still bite me if I have a dryer sheet in my fucking pocket. That's just the way it is. Skeeters always find. Oh, there she is. Let's fucking get her. She killed my aunt or something. I don't know. Good Lord. So apparently, I've only been to Aldi's like twice ever. You know, you're supposed to take a coin and unlock the Aldi shopping carts, correct? Everybody knows this. And then when you're done shopping and you return it back in there, you can get your coin back. Apparently, if you try your house key, it will unlock the Aldi shopping cart. I haven't been there. The closest Aldi to me is 35 minutes away. I haven't been there. Y'all try it and let me know if it works. And I will let people know to try it if it works. Please don't let it soak a couple of minutes and rinse it. Oh, okay. So let me know if that works. I guess I don't know how to use it, but it says if you use your house key, I don't know if you got to wiggle it or jiggle it or, you know, move it around in there just right until, you know, it opens. Usually if you rub it right, it opens. Yeah, it's been a long day. I'm just repeating what was said. I'm not telling people to go break the law. Okay. I'm sure you guys have heard this life hack, but I know I haven't done it. I've heard of it. I've never done it. And my sheets are all over the fucking place. I fold them, I put them up, they'll fall. And then I'm missing a fucking, you know. If you fold your sheets, you know you can take them and put them inside of one of the pillowcases. And it'll keep all your sheets together and it's all right together on the shelf. So once you fold your sheets, put them inside one of the pillowcases and store them that way. Okay. Okay. Here. Okay. This might be kind of. Okay. So I got to try to explain this for y'all to understand it. I guess I should have had a picture of this one. You know, you got to put oil if you're doing an oil change and you got to put oil in your truck or your car and you need a funnel. You know, normally you put the funnel, get out. I don't need you and your long ass hair all in here making me sneeze more. Out. I left my door open. You need a funnel, right? If you don't have a funnel, what are you going to do? You try to pour it. You try to get it in the hole. You try to get your aim on point, right? Sometimes you miss. Did you know that if you hold a screwdriver in front, like right where the tip goes down into the hole of the oil thing, and pour the oil on, you don't have to pour fast, but if you slowly pour it onto the screwdriver will aim the oil right into the hole. So pour it onto the screwdriver and it'll take it straight down. If that makes sense. I don't have a picture of this one. Does that make sense? That's all I got. And that ended my cash book. So now that my cash book is all used up, I'm going to take this and cut it smaller. And then I'm going to put the picture cash up over there by cash. Because I do have a new one. I'm going to get one in each color. This is the pink one. This is my merch. And this is my baby I just lost. And I have his tattoo right here. But that's Cash's new book. So hadn't even started it yet. So one's finished, new one's starting. I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. They're like coming out of nowhere, and it's getting a little warm in here. So, put this gift down here. Actually, I can throw that away because there's nothing in here that I needed to keep. This is mostly all of my podcasts and TikToks in here. So I can throw that away. I'm just keeping the front cover. So anyway, that's all I've got of the life hacks today. And hopefully you guys learned a couple things. I had never, my AC has been fixed. Girl, it was fixed on Monday. He showed up. He replaced the fan. He wasn't here 10 minutes and it was completely fixed. So he is my AC guy is my lifesaver. It was wonderful. And I did add a couple new things in my merch. The 2 items that I added since I'm a nonprofit. So anything of the piggies or Pigtails Rescue things that sell automatically goes towards Pigtails Rescue. I'm trying to get ready for winter. I'm trying to get all the hay and make sure everybody's good and warm. And I'm not using the lamps anymore because of our fire last year. So just hay. They're all having to get double and triple hay this year. I added 2 new items of merch. And hello, Sky, today. And it's of Screech's wonderful smile because he's just got the best smile. And Screech is one of our favorites here. So there's 2 new things of Screech in there. So if you want to check those out, the link is in my bio. And all that money goes towards Pigtails. Other than that, I thank everybody for coming in and joining us tonight. We've been on for an hour and 20. I do have, now this weekend, we're so close to Halloween. We have the Creepy Crawlies one coming up. Y'all know I hate Creepy Crawlies, but it was requested. So I am going to do the Creepy Crawlies. I'm going to do that sometime this weekend since it's so close to Halloween. I was saving it for the scary, spooky season. I also have Urban Legends coming up. So let's see. My next podcast is going to be Friday night. And I believe, let's see, I can have a podcast. I can have like 2 podcasts this weekend. Let's see, what is today's what, the 23rd? Today's the 23rd. Let's see, what the fuck's today? Today's Monday. And then Tuesday's 24th. I think okay, so yeah, I think Friday night we'll do I'm either going to do the Creepy Crawlies Friday night or Saturday night. Whichever one I don't do, I'll do the next night. So I've got Creepy Crawlies and I've got Urban Legends. I'll figure out which night I'm doing what. I have not done a Mythbusters. Here's my thing with the Mythbusters, because I thought about doing a Mythbusters. I am not going to be the one to bust the myth. See what I'm saying? So I guess I could go in and just come up with and just explain the Mythbuster. I don't know. I could do a Mythbuster one. Let me figure out how to do that. I'm going to write that down so I don't forget. Again, yes, if you guys ever come up with any podcast topics, you guys know my podcast by now. We talk about anything and everything, whether it's gross or serious or funny, or if it's a myth or it's not a myth. If we even talk about history and mummies and all of that shit. I do my research, and anyone who comes up with a really good topic, I'll have you on the podcast with me, and you can sit here and explain everything about that topic with me. So I really enjoy having people on. So if you got, just send me a message with the topic, and I'll do my best to do my research and figure out how to get it done. Like, I'll figure out how I can come up with a Mythbusters one. I'm still working on the birds and the bees. It's going to happen eventually. I just got to figure out, because I'm not going to have a podcast talking about like a porn podcast. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to do it. So I'll figure it out. I'll get it figured out. But anyway, I will be back Friday night, and I hope you can all come and join me. And we're either going to be talking about urban legends or creepy crawlies Friday. So yeah. I always have fun, no matter what the topic is. I have the best people that come in here, and I try to do podcasts that get all the people watching involved. I want you guys to tell me what you think, or have you done it, or have you experienced it. I try to gut podcast titles that get others involved as well. I've seen podcasts where people just talk to one another, or they just talk and talk and talk, and they don't pay attention to comments or the people in there, and people get irritated and leave. Like, I like to get people involved and talk to them, and where they can answer and look at people, and I want to know what you're thinking. I love all of you guys too, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for another night of fun. I will see you guys Friday. Send me a message if you come up with a title, and that's pretty much it. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful couple days.